Well, here we are, just 1 week away from the Cowboys' opening press conference in Oxnard, and I don't know about you, but I can already feel that buzz in the air. There's something different about this offseason. Maybe it's the urgency, maybe it's the questions around key players, or maybe it's just that hunger we feel every single July when you know football is almost back. And let me tell you, I've been grinding just like the team should be. I've got less than a week to finish up all my outside projects and business because once camp hits, it's full Cowboys mode. No distractions, no half measures, just 24/7 Dallas Cowboys. That's how we roll. And yeah, I'm not even in the studio right now. I had to step out for some errands, then it's right back to work. Filling in wood trim, sweating it out in this brutal heat, getting in over 10,000 steps a day. I call it the red brick house diet because I'm hustling nonstop, drinking water like a camel, and honestly, eating whatever I want. I had a half bag of M&Ms and an ice cream sandwich last night and still woke up this morning at 260. That's 15 pounds lighter than I was earlier this year, and I feel good, man. I really do. When you're putting in the work, not just talking about it, things start to move. That's true whether you're a YouTuber, a contractor, or a professional football player getting ready for a season that could change everything. And that's the energy I want to bring into Cowboys camp this year. I'm laying the groundwork now, literally and figuratively, so I can hit the ground running and bring you the best coverage possible. So if you're fired up for the season like I am, I want to hear from you. Are you already counting down the days to Cowboys camp? Let me know in the comments, yes or no. And while you're down there, hit that like button. It helps more than you know. And make sure you're subscribed. We're trying to hit 15,000 strong in this community, and with your help, we'll get there faster than a CeeDee Lamb slant route. But trust me, this isn't just about me getting things done around the house. It's about feeling that fire again. Feeling ready. Whether you're Tyron Smith or just another fan trying to beat the heat, there's something about this time of year that forces you to level up. And the best part? It's only just beginning. You know who else is grinding right now? Trevon Diggs. And man, I can't tell you how much I want to see that dude back on the field. But let's slow down for just a second. Because as much as we all want to see number 7 making plays again, there's a fine line between a comeback and a setback. Diggs is pushing hard to be ready for week 1, and that's admirable. You can see it. You can feel it. He's got something to prove after what happened last season. But we also have to remember the reality of coming back from something as serious as microfracture surgery. It's not just about being cleared medically. It's about being confident again, moving with purpose, not thinking twice when you plant or cut. There's a quote from Eugene Robinson, a former offensive lineman who played with the Jaguars and Ravens, that really stuck with me. He said, "When you start training camp, that's the best shape you'll be in all year." Think about that. You've had months to recover, work out, eat right, train with specialists. You're fresh. But every hit, every snap after that, it chips away at your body. Little by little, it drains you. So if you come in already, not at full strength, you're behind before the season even begins. That's what worries me with Diggs. If he forces it, if he tries to go full speed too soon, not only could he re-injure himself, but that confidence, so critical to his game, might not be there. And as fans, I know we get hyped. We want our stars on the field. We want takeaways. We want pick sixes. We want lockdown coverage. But we also need to play the long game here. Would you rather have a fully healthy Diggs starting week 5 and dominating the rest of the season? Or a rushed return in week 1 that leads to another year lost to injury? Be honest. Drop your vote in the comments. Play or wait. What would you do if you were Mike McCarthy? This is what makes the early part of training camp so critical. Coaches aren't just managing reps. They're managing recoveries, trust, timelines, and emotions. And for a guy like Diggs, who lives and breathes that alpha mentality, being sidelined must eat him alive. That's why I respect the hell out of his effort. But I also hope the staff is patient. There's no ring handed out in September. If you believe in Trevon Diggs and his ability to bounce back better than ever, go ahead and smash that like button right now. And if you're new here, make sure you subscribe, because we're going to track every step of his comeback journey, all season long. We're not just watching a team, we're watching stories unfold. And Diggs' story, it's just getting started. Now let's shift gears and talk about someone who's quietly been putting in serious work, Tyler Guyton, the Cowboys' left tackle. If you've been paying attention, you know how critical that left tackle spot is. It's often said if your left tackle struggles, the whole offense struggles. And after some ups and downs, Guyton is showing he's ready to take that responsibility seriously. I mean, this guy was a first-round pick, and he's feeling the weight of that every day. But what's exciting is that he's not just accepting the pressure, he's embracing it. One thing that really caught my eye was seeing him out there doing mixed martial arts training. That's right, MMA. Shadowboxing, wrestling moves, hand-fighting drills, stuff you wouldn't immediately connect with football, but it makes perfect sense. Offensive linemen need strong, quick hands to keep defenders off them. If a defender can slap your hands away or get inside your reach, they can spin or shoot past you like you're standing still. That's the kind of technique and hand strength Guyton is building, and it's impressive to see that kind of dedication. It tells me he's serious about evolving his game. Plus, he's been working closely with veterans like Tyron Smith, one of the best tackles in the league, and also with Duke Manyweather, the Cowboys' offensive line guru. These are the kind of mentors who can take a promising player and turn him into a star. Guyton is soaking up everything, hitting the rain, hitting the mats, grinding through drills, and showing no sign of backing down. Now, I know there have been questions about whether he's putting in the effort, but from what I've seen, that's not the issue at all. Guyton isn't making excuses. He's taken ownership of where he's been and where he wants to go. That kind of attitude is exactly what you want to see from a young guy who's got a huge role to fill. So here's what I want to ask you. Do you think Tyler Guyton is going to be the X factor that solidifies this Cowboys offense? Drop your thoughts down in the comments. And if you're as fired up as I am seeing this kind of commitment, go ahead and hit that like button right now. Oh, and if you haven't already, subscribe and ring the bell, because we're going to keep close tabs on Guyton all season and bring you the best inside scoop you won't find anywhere else. Here's where things get interesting, because Tyler Guyton's mindset couldn't be more different from some of the past guys we've seen in this position. Remember Taco Charlton? Yeah, that's the name. He came in with all kinds of confidence. But honestly, it crossed the line into arrogance. When people like Charles Haley tried to coach him up and offer constructive criticism, Taco wasn't having it. Instead of owning the problem and working to get better, he acted like he was above it all, like, "Who's this guy talking to me?" That kind of attitude won't take you anywhere in this league, and we saw the results. Guyton? He's the exact opposite. He's made zero excuses. He said out loud that last season, he basically stunk up the place. And that is a rare level of honesty and accountability. It's not easy to admit when you haven't performed, especially when you know the team is counting on you. But he's done everything possible to turn that around. That means long hours, extra reps, brutal workouts, and yes, MMA training in the rain. It's that hunger, that refusal to accept good enough, that could make all the difference. Now, does that guarantee he's going to be great? Of course not. There are no guarantees in football. You've got all the tools, the attitude, the work ethic, but until you step on that field in a game, nothing is certain. But you have to love the fight he's bringing. His competitiveness is off the charts, and he hates losing to anyone at anything. That kind of fire is exactly what you want in a lineman who's supposed to protect your quarterback's blind side. So here's the question for you. Who do you think is going to be, the biggest breakout player for the Cowboys this season? Is it Guyton? Someone else? Let me know in the comments. And while you're at it, vote. Is Guyton going to be a stud or a dud? Be honest, and hey, if you want more content like this, deep dives, honest takes, and real talk about the Cowboys, make sure you're subscribed with that notification bell on. We're just getting started. So here's the big picture on the Cowboys' offensive line heading into the season. There's reason to be cautiously optimistic. If Tyler Guyton can at least hit average, that's already a huge upgrade from what we saw last year. And with him lining up next to Tyron Smith and Cooper Beebe, suddenly the left side starts to look a lot more solid, a lot more reliable. Don't forget Terrence Steele either. Reports say he's looking much better, hopefully getting back to the form that earned him that big contract. If these guys all come together, this line could be a game changer for the offense. Of course, there are no guarantees in the NFL. Every season brings surprises, injuries, and unexpected breakouts. But based on what we've seen so far, the work ethic, the attitude, the training, it's fair to say this group is trending in the right direction. And that's exciting for Cowboys fans who know how important a strong offensive line is to the team's success. On a personal note, I'm feeling good about where we're headed. After a morning out working in the yard, seeing a family of deer crossing the road, that quiet moment reminded me how important it is to keep grinding, to stay focused, and to appreciate the little things while we wait for the big moments. This season has a chance to be better than people think, and I'm ready to dive deep into all of it with you. Before I go, I want to hear from you. Do you believe the Cowboys' offensive line will be top 10 this year? Drop a yes or no in the comments. And while you're at it, smash that like button if this update has you feeling more confident. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. We're aiming for 15,000 subscribers, and your support means everything. Thanks for sticking with me. Here's to a great season ahead. Peace.